can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick. That is Anson Wells filling in for Neil Rule, who will be back tomorrow. KG is here. Simeon is here. Spencer is here. And we love him for that.
We do.
He was here for a minute.
He's been here.
He ain't here now.
And we want you here tomorrow. You got a lot to live for, Spenny. Please don't do anything, because this will not age well at all if they clip this out.
Oh, man.
He's a broadcaster sits over there.
The pressure's on now. Like Stick knew something.
We got a hotline number we can put up there or what?
Yeah, that's the gambling hotline. No. Welcome to Big D Energy. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. More and more Lions is coming out. More rookie talk is coming out, and a rookie we didn't even discuss yesterday. So you can kind of decipher who that's going to be that we talk about. Great things coming out of camp about him.
Isaac Tesla?
That's
the only rookie you hear about these days is Isaac Tesla.
No, we talked about Tyreek yesterday for 15 minutes, and we had Tesla for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But there's another guy.
Okay.
Uno más.
All right.
Uno más
Rookie. I don't know how to say rookie in Spanish. So.
Me neither. I'm gonna have to look that up.
El Rookie.
El Rookie.
El Rookie. Tigers, KG, you got some splaining to do. I want to talk to you about that.
I ain't got nothing for you.
You were pretty confident at the end of the show yesterday. Hey, who's going to win this series? Oh, Tigers are going to win this series.
I mean, you would think, right? You're going against 5 ERA pitchers. I mean,
you would think, unless then you consider they've lost 6 of their last 7 series.
Yeah, well, if they're a good team, they'll shake it eventually. But
winning series isn't quite what they want to do lately.
Yeah, it's different now.
What's different? What happened? What changed?
Man. I ain't got nothing for you, man.
The league caught up.
Call me when they lose the AL Central lead, then I'll be right in the boat with y'all.
What is it, 6 now?
6 games.
Yes, it's not looking good. Spinny, I know you looking good over there too, but
what's the number you get worried?
Good. I know, I was trying to prove you wrong, bro. I really was.
What's the number you get worried at?
Under 5?
Under 5.
Yeah.
KG?
2.
2?
Yes.
So if they're 2.5 up, you don't give a shit.
I mean, 6 games ain't a lot, don't get me wrong, but it's still like it should be enough if you're a good enough team, but it's not looking good for the Tigers right now. It's not.
Should be enough.
I'm not.
Simeon, when do you get worried?
I think like 4, because those 2 series late still are looming. If it's somewhere around there into September, then it's, yeah. If those series matter, we're fucked.
Anson, when are you getting worried?
I've been worried for 2 weeks.
Only 2?
I've been worried for 2 weeks. I've been calling for regression for over a month. I didn't think it was going to hit so drastically. Tigers have too many novatos, too many rookies, too many young guys. The veterans that they've added over the deadline.
Oh, is that it? Novatos?
So, honestly, like the guys, I know me and Spenny were talking over this last couple of weeks. I felt like they're going to be able to dig into these new acquisitions. So far, Spenny's correct in the fact that these vets are bringing next to nothing. And the vets that we have on this team have never really contributed much more than just kind of fitting into the lineup. They don't have anybody offensively that's making a splash right now. Riley Green is super struggling. Torque gets a home run every maybe 15 at-bats, but he doesn't do a hell of a lot more than that.
He lost his patience too. He was way more.
Yeah,
patient
the whole offensive lineup has lost their patience. You know, it started when the very first Tigers broadcast. It seemed like all of a sudden they just stopped.
So let's stop doing them.
Pitches, man.
Stop doing the broadcast then. We're cursing the Tigers.
Well,
you're cursing. This is all Anson's fault.
50,
KG, this is Anson's
I think we're 3-3. I believe we're 3-3 during the Tigers broadcast. So
it's not good enough.
Considering what our record is since the All-Star break, we're actually a good luck charm at this point.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've been worried for a while, and it's always weird to take a victory lap when your team's sucking. Because obviously that's not what I want. I want the Tigers to be fantastic. I want them to dominate. I want them to go on their run that they went on earlier this season. But I just sat here and I tried to be the voice of reason. I tried to brace you guys for rough times ahead, but it was no one wanted to believe.
You did a pseudo premature apology to me. And
I did.
Looking the other way now.
Well, no, because I'm a man of my word, and when it's going well, I can acknowledge that. But when it's going bad, it didn't seem like anybody wanted to acknowledge it. Like Neil was on the front of the Titanic. I'm king of the world.
Oh, he sure was.
Division's wrapped up.
No
Team of destiny.
A little early. A little bit early.
I wouldn't say that we didn't acknowledge it. I said we should acknowledge it. I just wasn't panicking. I think there's a difference between acknowledgement and panic. That's just me, though.
But when does it reach panic, right? Because, like, the comeback argument was, well, they were the first to 40 wins. They were the first to 50 wins. They were the first to 60 wins. And it was like, oh, well, that's just one sample size. It's 12 out of 13 games. So that's just one sample size. But then when you extrapolate it over 50, it's like, oh, they're not even a 500 ball club over 50. And now we're talking, they haven't won a series. 6 out of 7 series they've dropped.
I understand.
So when you hitting the panic button? Is it just strictly 2 games up in the division, nothing else matters till they get to that point?
To me, yes, but I've always thought about this team a little bit differently. I have famously said that I never thought this was a World Series team, although they got off to such a great, amazing start. When everybody was saying World Series a bust, I'm like, I don't know. I still see some things in this lineup that did not really, this team wasn't ready for that level of competition yet. Just not to me.
My big thing is it's what I went to before the season. I didn't feel they did enough in the offseason to add to this team. Now, I know they tried, and I'm not going to knock them for trying to go get Bregman, offer him the biggest contract out there. He didn't want it. That's business, baby. That's how it works. But I remember cautioning everybody, like, that magical run, it's going to be tough to catch lightning in a bottle again. It really is. And you also needed the Twins collapse to happen last year.
Yeah.
And I just didn't feel that they added enough. And then the beginning of the season happened, and I looked like a fucking idiot. It looked like, hey, lightning in a bottle wasn't lightning in a bottle. That's just what these dudes are.
But I did expect this team to be a good team, and they showed us that they are a good team. So if they are a good team like we all think they are, they should be able to snap streaks like this. Like, they should not have only won one series since the All-Star break.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah, you can't go into this kind of shell. So I think we're finding out a lot about this team right now. The beginning of the season was way too easy for the Tigers. We need to see what this team is really made of. If they're actually good, they will pull out of this spell, and they won't give up the AL Central lead after you got off to damn near almost a 30-game start to the season. It's crazy.
Yeah, we're finding out that this team outkicked their coverage for the first half of the season. I never thought at any point that this was a roster that was the best in the American League. To Stick's point, looking at the moves that they made and what this team was on paper, I thought that we were absolutely in the mix to get a wild card spot, maybe even win our division. But what we're looking at right now is a complete role reversal, where the narrative, the storyline for this season will be the exact opposite of what happened last year, where this team had it wrapped up, had a monumental collapse, while the Twins, the Royals, the Guardians, take your pick, they're all within shooting distance. At this point, any one of those guys can flip the script, and we're in October talking about how the exact thing was done to us that we did to the Twins last year. And they need to desperately avoid that. The only way that they can do that, they can lose the division. They have to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I said that this morning. Absolutely.
Chat's having some fun with this one. The DJ CI, the fan base won't hit the panic button because we're, quote, happy with just good enough. And then Lunchbox 23.
That's what everybody told me at the deadline. That's what everybody told me. No, we got good enough pieces.
I admit
well,
that.
they were the first.
I admit that.
They were the first to 50 wins. They had it all figured out.
At least we were the number one team in baseball in the first half. This team's falling apart.
I admit that.
They need to get their shit together. And unfortunately, the bulk of that responsibilities and the weight of that is on Chris Fetter and AJ Hinch, because they were given a team full of tools that they need to put in the right positions to have success rather than just sharp knives. They were given a bunch of bread knives and they're asked to cut meat. So they need to go out there and they need to put those guys in situations where they're going to have the most success, because we have maybe 3 or 4 everyday position players and we have one pitcher what we know we'll get out of it. Right.
And to their credit, those two did a hell of a job dialing up wins, finding those extra inches to get by in close matchups. And now, it's our team, our players have been exposed, but now other teams kind of have a finger on the pulse of the management that's gotten this team that on paper is not as good as the teams that they beat all season long. I don't know how much more you can ask for those two to dial up for this team, for them to overcome their deficit in talent.
And one of the problems I see moving forward is you rotate so many players. When we do make the playoffs, who are you going to take on the roster? Right?
Good question.
There's so many moving pieces here, and it's like the old quarterback adage: if you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have one. Well, if you have 97 starters, you don't have 9.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm afraid of with the Tigers. Back to the chat. Lunchbox, you panic when they actually drop the lead.
That was what I've been saying.
Really?
Like, if they absolutely drop the AL lead, not only...
And I guess that's fair, right? Like, why panic until it's...
Because you've lost 10 games. You lost a 10-game lead.
Yeah, but you're worried about people behind you at this point, right?
Well, and they're playing like it. And that's the problem. So whether the lead is you're behind 1 or you're up 5, when you've lost a 10-game lead in such a short amount of time, that starts taking over the confidence that they had early on and starts becoming doubt. And you're seeing them swing like it. You're seeing the bullpen pitch like it. And, I dare to say you're kind of seeing them manage like it.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the times that we've seen Skubal pulled an out too early, an inning too early. Now, I get the analytics and everything, but when you're struggling in your bullpen as much as you have, and you got a guy that is just the best pitcher in baseball, sometimes maybe you're overthinking things, and the stuff that succeeded in the first half of the season, it's just not right now, and you got to put that on your dogs more so than you got to put it on your manager, which is what got us here in the first half.
Scared money don't make money, man.
100%.
Players
brother.
out there, and what are we saving Skubal for if they're not even gonna fucking re-sign him? Go out there, go Nolan Ryan out there, go throw 120 pitches every outing. You know what? You're a Tiger. We're gonna use the shit out of you while you're a Tiger. Yeah. If you don't want to go out there and throw, then that's on you.
Grant Hill his ass.
What are we doing? If you're not going to pay him $500 million, at least get every inch you can out of that man.
No doubt.
This could get scary by the end of the month, too, because Kansas City's playing better, won 3 straight series, Cubs, Blue Jays, and Guardians before dropping the one to the Red Sox. Their next 3 series are Minnesota, Washington, and the White Sox. And then we played 2 series against them at the end of this month.
And we play the we play the Astros, Angels and the Sox. We also play the Astros and the Mets.
Yeah, and the Angels aren't laying down and dying. We play the Astros before Kansas City. That's 6 games against them at the end of the month, and that could flip it on its head.
But it could flip the other way too, though, right?
Yes, it definitely could.
Absolutely, we can sit here and
they gotta show us something.
You should beat Kansas City in the series.
Yeah.
You should beat the White Sox. You have to beat the White Sox. You should beat the Twins too.
Yeah,
they should have swept the Twins.
You lost series to the Twins. Yeah. That's not going to do a lot for everybody to be like, at least we got the Angels, next series. But I mean, you had the Twins this series and you lost.
Well, let's get on some good news. Lions talk coming up next. I'm done with the Tigers for today. What time do they play today?
They don't.
They don't play today?
They do not play today.
All right. You got a day of reprieve, KG.
That's fine.
No losses
KG
today.
over there sweating.
Hey, man.
Hey, you've been ride or die for him. And listen, I went through this last year with the Detroit Lions, right? Nobody could have. Anson got so fucking mad at me. He couldn't tell me that the Lions looked weak in some aspects. You know why? Because they kept winning.
Yeah.
Call me when they lose.
Winning covers everything. It really does.
And guess what? They lost.
But if they lose this central lead, I really have doubts whether they can get in the playoffs at all at that point.
Oh, yeah.
That's the real panic button for me.
I mean, there's a massively tight race between 7-8 teams that are all separated by 6-7 games Tigers have a great opportunity to make the playoffs without winning this division.
Yeah, of course, but
I don't know what kind of a toll that takes on the fan base. Sneaking into a on the road series when you should have been playing at Comerica Park. There is something to be said about, this team's in a youth movement, and we're just starting in our window. I hate that term, but this team right now, if you lose the fan base because of the way you finished this season after you gained the fan base, I mean, nobody was going to that stadium in early August. And so now you could have the same type of deal where the fans revolt at this point, and you could have a team still in the playoffs with a fan base that's disinterested.
Well, we got a very interested fan base in the Detroit Lions.
No
we got
doubt
practice
about that.
going on. We got preseason going on. Tomorrow night they play the Atlanta Falcons. This is, I think, tonight is the beginning of preseason, like the real preseason. And then we go till February 9th. Every week we have football. So we did it, boys. We made it. We made it through. Like people who weren't excited last week, now it's a full slate of NFL games coming, and we're going to talk about a rookie showing out in camp, plus what Aiden Hutchinson is doing. Similar to the Jordan rules. That's what's going on, perhaps. We'll talk about it, but right after some Black Rock.
Black Rock. They're giving
Big
away
Black
stuff
Rock.
all summer long. You can enter now to win a helicopter tour of Detroit for 2. Scan the QR code on the screen, and you'll be entered to win. If you want 20% off your total food bill at Black Rock, just mention Woodward Sports, and they will take 20% off the top. And remember, every single entry to win weekly prizes gets you into the grand prize 4 tickets to the Detroit football home opener, only with Black Rock and Woodward Sports.
Summer's heating up, and Feldman's clearing space for the incoming new models. That means massive markdowns during Feldman's Hot Summer Sale. Get a 2025 Silverado for just $189 a month, or this 2026 Equinox for just $209 a month. Inventory's moving fast, and when it's gone, it's gone. So don't sweat the search. Just get to Feldman. More locations, more inventory, more ways to save. The Hot Summer Sale is on at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Your mind right, get your body right, get your mojo back. And you can do that at Planet Fitness. There's a location near you, but they've got an amazing program for 14 to 19-year-olds that finishes up August 31st. So you have the rest of this month to get in there and work out free. Not judgment-free zone. All the equipment like the big guys got. This is your spot to get in, get it done, and get your body looking great. 14 to 19, you can do it for free at Planet Fitness this summer.
All right, welcome back to Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick. That is Anson, filling in for Neil Rule today. Neil will be back tomorrow with Terrible Terry. And it's going to be a hell of a show. Can't wait. A little Lions preview action going on tomorrow with Terry and Neil. It's always good when Neil's back, too. Like,
oh, yeah.
I don't want to make Neil like feel old, but he is like I don't want to say father figure, but he's like the cool uncle.
Yeah, he's OG, as we call him.
Yeah, like the cool uncle around here, and it just keeps things mellow. You know things are gonna get done. Old Neil Rule's gonna handle it. So
broad shoulders.
Dude, he's built for it. Absolutely built for it. You know who else is built for it? A rookie we didn't discuss yesterday. Spenny, do you want to play that audio first?
Sure.
All right, let's do that, and then we will discuss.
This
monster.
is DJ Reader talking about Tate Ratledge.
Tate, yeah.
Just kind of what have you seen from him in his development through camp?
Tate's gonna be a good player. Tate, he's a guy who works hard. He's a load when it comes down on doubles. I things like that. He's smart, and another one who he's not too down on himself. He's pretty smart. He knows what he's doing, but he's a good player. It's fun going back and forth with him. I try to tell him things that he's doing good in the sets, things that I see, that other D tackles might see. Just try to help him, but it's fun going against him. It's good seeing how physical he's been these last few days, and that's always fun for me. Being an old guy, you can get stagnant sometimes and not want to be as physical, and he makes sure I'm ready every day at work.
And that's really kind of the cool part about this team right now and the way it's constructed is you have vets and you have young guys. And, it seems like it's a nice mix. It's not an old team. It's not a young team. It's now kind of an established team. And to have a guy like Reeder talking about Tate Ratledge and about how he's coming of age, and I think that's somebody we all not only expect to have a good year, the Lions need him to have a good year. He almost turned into a non-negotiable, has to come out the blocks as a good, if not great, starter. So to hear that coming out of camp, and I know Terry Foster is going to tell me he's lying. What's he going to say about his teammate? Oh, he sucks. He can't get off the ball. The guy, but no, usually when pros don't think highly of somebody, they just don't talk about him.
Exactly.
Right? Because now he put his ass on the line by saying that. He's endorsing another player. And I think as men, whatever Terry Foster wants to try to pitch me on, it's a different world than the bad boy eras when it was all, reporters taking notes. This is live video that's going to live forever.
Yeah,
right?
I think that, you hear guys prop up their young teammates, their rookie teammates, but he went a little bit deeper than that, more than just kind of a glancing compliment. He actually talks about breaking down certain plays, certain movements, certain techniques, letting him know what's working and what's not going to work when he sees other teams. So it seems like more than just a few times of matching up and him seeing something good. He realizes that this guy is going to be in there day one, week one, and he's going to be dealing with some of the best pass rushers in the NFL. And he's already getting tips from one of the best pass rushers in the NFL on how to do that. I don't think vets are spending that kind of time on a guy that they think is only going to see a few minutes a game and not be a big part of the starting puzzle. And it's clear Tate Ratledge is a huge piece of the starting puzzle from week one and a major part of what this offense needs to do. What we've been successful doing, Tate Ratledge has to step up for us to continue that success.
It's just crazy. We're once again talking about the rookies contributing and guys that nobody was excited to get. Nobody was popping bottles. It wasn't a top 10 pick. But Brad Holmes, man, steady Eddie, did it again, pulls this guy out. It's like he almost predicted, okay, Ragnow's going to retire. We're going to need some extra linemen. And, we're stocked always on this team. There's never a shortage of talent or potential, which is another thing that this coaching staff has proven over the past 4 years. They know how to bring young players along and give them the reps and get their body in shape and help them understand the scheme. And they don't put them in positions that they really can't succeed in. So I love the fact that he's going to slide right into guard. You got Glasgow in the middle, vet telling him what to do, helping him with the play call, helping him with the blocking assignment. No matter which side you put him on, you're either going to have Panay or Taylor Decker also helping him out if he leans left or right. He's insulated really well with this line. And if his talent is what everybody says it is, the line's not going to miss a beat. People are ranking them 15, 17. I've seen 12. Nobody has them in the top 10 anymore. But if Ratledge can come in and play B-level football, they're right back in the top 10 easy.
No doubt. I little bit concerned about this offensive line. I've said it too many times. I think that this offensive line, when the playoffs hit, they'll have gelled by then. He will have gotten his early, experience, and we will be better suited to make that playoff run. But then also 2026, 2027, I've seen the tape on this kid. I love him. I think that he is perfectly suited to be a Lion and to be in the middle of that Lions offensive line. Miles Frazier, I'd like to see him get healthy.
Yeah.
At this point, with him and Skipper being a little banged up, my concern is with the depth, because at some point we're going to have to tap into that. But right now, as those front five look, I'm okay with it. I think that this offense is still a top 5 offense, regardless of what's changed on that offensive line.
Spenny, as a big fella expert, as a mullet expert, as a guy who fishes just like Tate Ratledge, how you feeling about him getting this early praise?
I mean, I expected it. I love this kid. I loved him in the draft. I wanted the Lions to get him, and when they did, I was extremely excited. He's a nasty run blocker. He's a big monster in the middle, and he's played a lot of high-level football against the best in the world. So it's only right that he's going to progress as he has. I think he's going to be the center of the future for the Detroit Lions, but I do like that he's going to be a guard, like you said, insulated in between Penei Sewell and Graham Glasgow will definitely help him. And say what you want, they're going to take some time to get the run block or the pass blocking down. It's going to take some time to get their communications, all the different things, talking about protections, who does what with where, and that'll be on Graham to make sure not only Tate Ratledge is organized, but Christian Mahogany is organized on the other side of him as well. But when you have a guy like Tate Ratledge who's so big, so physical, so aggressive, and you put him next to Penei Sewell, if all things come to, falling apart, just run the ball behind those two guys, and you're going to gain yards. So
fall forward.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do.
KG, you excited about this?
I mean, Spenny said it as good as anyone. I'm really confident, and when you got somebody like DJ Reader saying this about Tate, DJ Reader ain't no slouch, bro.
That's what I'm saying, right?
This is one of the better defensive tackles in this league, and when he comes out and says stuff like that, I just really feel that kind of gives you a little insight into how good Tate Ratledge already is, but he's a rookie. He is a younger player in this league, but that tells you, hey, I can't come in here and sleep in practice. Like, this young guy, he keeping me on my toes. I know he's going to get after it every practice. It's good to hear those words from a veteran like a DJ Reader, but I had no qualms about this kid. He, by all accounts, everything he did at Georgia, he looks like he's ready for this kind of spotlight. And once again, you said Brad Holmes, he said it last year, I'm not trying to win the headlines in March and April. Right. I'm trying to win the headlines in December and January, and he proves that every time he goes out and drafts.
It's just nice, everybody they draft, we don't get stories anymore about a guy showing up late to camp, a guy dicking off at practice, a guy just messing around, a guy not taking his talent serious, a guy not showing up to the weight room. This is always the case for the last 4 years. And I know, this shouldn't be earth-shattering. This is how it's supposed to be. But that's not how it is around the league. I like Jermaine Burton in Cincinnati, right? Guy, absolute baller. But he can't put it together on the field because of his off-field shit. And they we used to do that with the Titus Youngs of the world. And we draft guys that had talent but not enough between the ears to stay within the system. And it's just it's so nice to just be in good hands.
Yeah, right.
It really, it's just so comforting.
And then there's the guys like Isaiah Buggs that nobody could really understand why he wasn't playing. And then a year later, we find out he has problems.
Yeah.
Tracy Walker, a guy that people here didn't want to let go of, and now he's suspended as well.
Right.
There's just none of that in this new Lions culture. And, that having those distractions disappear, it allows you to fight through the growing pains of having new guys on an offensive line.
Yeah, I love it. It's just nice to know that we're taken care of. We got insurance with Brad Holmes overseeing everything, and once again, it's like he's a wizard. He oversees it and predicts what's going to happen and insulates us so it doesn't happen again.
So you're saying we shouldn't be worried about the edge position, is what you're saying?
Oh God, no!
Nah,
and you know why? Aiden Hutchinson is back, and what he's been doing in practice. Actually, I want to talk about something kind of bad that just came out about a Lions cornerback. We may have to talk about that coming up next. But then I want to talk about the Aiden Hutchinson rule that's been rumored around the NFL. First, tell them about Jack's Car Wash.
Hey, listen. Grind to shine, man, in this beautiful city, but you also need to make sure that car is shining as well. Woodward Sports and Jack's Car Wash have partnered to hook you up with a free car wash. If you text WSN to that number you see there, 888-522-1729, you're going to get that top-tier service with free vacuums, compressed air, and mat cleaning at select locations. Join the Unlimited Club. Take advantage of all their perks of being a member, including 40-plus locations just twice a month, and the membership pays for itself. Upgrades for interior cleaning and detailing at 8 different locations across Michigan. So go to jackscarwash.com or just head on over to one of your nearest locations. Don't wait. Text now and shine on.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer. They've got 5 different locations for you to choose from in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing. Make sure you tap in with Feldman Chevrolet. They'll get you into the car of your dreams for a great price. Shout out to our guy Jay Feldman. He's been a great sponsor and ambassador for Woodward Sports pretty much my whole time here. And he's just a good dude. Like I said, he helps out a lot in the community, does a lot of different things for charities and other work like that. So make sure you tap in with Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Welcome back to Big D Energy on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick. That is Anson, filling in for Neil Rule, who will be back tomorrow. KG is in here. Simeon's in here. We got the 4 downs coming up with Simeon. And Spencer Raxter is here. Yesterday we had a conversation about injuries coming out of camp. I was wrong. I said I'm not going to be too concerned unless they're long-term injuries. Right now it's just a bunch of dinks and, stuff like that. Then you see Corey Woods post up this morning about Ennis Rakestraw. Rakestraw actually posted this, but then Corey posted it on Twitter, and that's where we got it from. The road to be back starts soon. Rakestraw to undergo shoulder surgery, probably today, obviously, since he's in the hospital bed. And to me, this is a big blow, honestly. Rakestraw was the guy I pinpointed on the defense to take a step forward this year, to take a major leap this year.
You mean play?
Yeah, but contribute at a high level play. Yeah, I liked Rakestraw coming out of Missouri. I liked that 1-2 punch of the first round. Terrion Arnold, then Rakestraw, I thought was going to be our cornerback room of the future. Injuries are happening. Just to give you an update, on Thursday morning, the second-year defender posted a picture of himself on Instagram account where it appears in a hospital bed. Rakestraw exited Sunday's practice with a shoulder, marking the second time since training camp starts that his practice was cut short due to injury. Within the first few days of camp, Rakestraw left with a chest contusion, sidelining him for a few days. Dan Campbell was quoted as saying, you hate it for the kid, you just hate it. It's not his fault, just one of those tough deals. All you can do is get better, rehab, come back stronger, and move on. That's all you can do. Tough to say a timeline. It's a shoulder. I think it's going to be a while at best. We got 4 weeks before the regular season. I don't think he's coming back for that.
He's definitely not.
But he was cemented in as our #3 cornerback, arguably our nickel. Depends on if you want to slide Brian Branch down there. I mean, the Lions can adjust to this. I'm not saying it's over, right? But I really wanted to see this kid take a leap forward in his second year. And I really don't want them to be snake bitten this year. And yesterday you guys were talking about it. Today it's a reality.
Yeah, it is. Personally, without Rakestraw playing it down this season, I feel that their secondary is better than it was last year to start.
Without a doubt.
I have never really pinned any hopes on Rakestraw. I did not see him as a first-round talent last year. I didn't mind where they picked him.
It's second. They got him 61.
I know, but he was being slotted in on most draft boards as a late first-round pick. Where they got him, I didn't mind it. This guy has the feeling of an absolute bust at this point. And not so much out of talent, but over the fact that he's just never really going to get to assimilate into the hierarchy of the lineup. If he doesn't come back until week 4, week 8, there's going to be some other guys that outplay him and get their spot cemented in the rotation. Now he's coming back, trying to get acclimated, trying to find his way on a defense that already forgot about him last year,
right?
And they're going to be starting this season forgetting about him again. You're looking at a 4-year deal for him, so maybe this kid can really contribute in our playoff run, but I don't expect really anything much out of Rakestraw until maybe year 3, and that's a problem with your second-round pick.
DNCENT. He'll be back in time for another cornerback to go down.
Right. Well, that would be good timing.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
that
best
would be good
case
timing.
scenario.
I'm not mad at that.
Let's hope a corner doesn't go down.
Yeah, KG, how you feeling about this? I mean, this
It's
is
tough, man.
Listen, it's our third or fourth cornerback, right? It's
Yeah.
not like A and B is down, but this is a tough hit.
No, but you heard early reports that, he made a lot of improvements. He did look good. There was some type of expectation for him. Like, he could play on the outside as well as the inside. That would have been a nice weapon for the Lions to have. And not to say that the secondary, can't, still have that. But it just sucks when you're a young player going through stuff like this, because you need as many reps as you can get in the National Football League as a young player, especially like a corner. As we all have mentioned, it is a tough turnaround at the corner position. So you need those reps. And he did get some plays last year, but he's dealt with some injuries along his college career as well. This just sucks, man. And I hope he gets well. I hope he's able to get back on the field this season, because this team can use his abilities. I do feel like he's a talented guy. He just needs the chance to show it, and hopefully he can come back and not really lose a step, because that's what you worry about when you don't have the reps.
RJ Graham in the chat, Lions health insurance must be through the roof.
No,
right?
hey,
Simeon, you followed this guy in college,
Yeah.
right? You go to Missouri. He
Yeah.
went to Missouri.
I was there with him, yeah.
Part of the knock on him was he was always injured at Missouri too.
Yeah,
Is that true, or is that just kind of a narrative?
He was banged up a lot. He was never not a first-round talent. Like, he was a first-round talent. I guarantee you that when he was
he
healthy.
a dog. Yeah.
Always heard. The thing that sucks about it is Rake was the reason that you don't see Kendall Vildor or that kind of player play. So if someone does go down, we're back in that territory. That
Right.
was the night.
Reaching deep.
That's where it sucks. Like,
But
he was
also-
the reason you should never see somebody like that again.
Also, on top of that, I love what Brad did addressing that and not. I mean, listen. I think Kendall Vildor is overhated in this town. I think he provided a decent
One
job
play.
for
Yeah.
One play.
what
he
he
was
was
good.
expected.
It's just-
But I agree with
Yeah.
what Simeon was saying. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, as much as he did more than I expected from him. I don't want him playing snaps in the NFC Championship
Not meaningful
game.
ones.
But you address that by adding guys like Rock Ya-Sin and Avonte Maddox.
And Rock Ya-Sin,
that's your boy.
Like,
Yeah,
Rock
yeah.
Ya-Sin
Stood out.
played meaningful snaps in this game. Avonte Maddox is a 2-time Super Bowl champion. So those guys, break glass in case of emergency. Obviously, you would rather have Rakestraw because he's young, he's long, he's got the athleticism, but those guys aren't terrible options.
I'm looking at who else did they sign? They said they signed another Luke Barku.
Hey, shout out. Whoever that is.
LUQ.
Welcome to the team, dog.
Luke. Wow.
Sounds like a golfer.
He's a
LUQ.
Frenchman.
My favorite player.
BARCOO. Simeon, can you look up anything on Luke Barku if I'm even saying the name right?
Barku.
But that's who the Lions signed a pair of corners, him and DJ Miller. Those two will spend the remainder of training camp in the preseason attempting to carve out a roster spot.
Yeah, not
Meanwhile,
happening.
Rakestraw will begin rehab process shortly as he and the team await word on how long the absence is expected. So we don't know exactly how long he's going to be out. Damn. That's what I was worried about yesterday.
Brian Simmons'
Long-term
voice.
injuries, right? Because you can... If it's he pulled a hammy, yeah, we know he'd probably play if the game time. But this is the type of stuff that you can't endure, especially this early.
Yeah.
In a training camp injury. I mean, he played 28 snaps in the Hall of Fame game, so he was out there.
Yeah.
I just want to see him in actual
what he
regular
is?
season action.
Yeah.
I mean, we've gotten a taste in the preseason, but we obviously know what the Hall of Fame game is. I want to see him line up against an NFC North receiver and see what he's worth, because, again, this is a guy that could be big for us in the playoff run, but could also be a guy we don't see until 2026.
You find out about Luke
You said it right. Barku.
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 All right.
Cool.
He went to San Diego State. That's all. That's
it?
That's all I found. I'm not sure if he's logged a single
Did he
stat
play
in
at
the
San
league.
Diego
That's
State,
a
or he
good
just
question.
went there?
He went there. I don't know. Let me see if he's logged a stat.
Deep scouting report.
He played 3 games in 2020 for the Jaguars, 10 tackles, 1 pass breakup.
Okay.
And he hasn't played since?
No NFL stats since then.
Yikes.
Well,
Yeah,
There's
I
a
don't think
reason
these guys
we just
are.
now signed him.
well, and let's be honest, it's preseason. There's going to be a ton of cut downs. So where do you
He's
think
on-
Brad Holmes
he's
and
on the
Dan
practice
Campbell are
squad.
looking right now? Everybody else's cornerbacks that may not make the list. So I assume it's going to be some patchwork coming up later on in the preseason once cut downs start.
Yeah, I'm looking at the corners situation, and obviously Tyrion I think is going to take a massive step.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
get DJ in, but you're a little undersized. You know, Amik is going to be your number 3, so at best you were looking at Rakestraw being your 4, and you're hoping that he can be maybe that 3 where you're mixing and matching guys. After him, you're looking at Maurice Norris, Lawrence Strickland, Khalil Dorsey. We talked about yesterday's not healthy. Then you're getting deep into DiCaprio Boodle and Ian Kennedy and your boy Rocky Sin. So
I like Rocky Sin.
You know, Avonte
I stand
Maddox,
by Rocky Sin.
Maddox and Rock are going to have to really step up. I don't know how much they were depending on Rakestraw.
Who's backing up Branch right now on the depth chart?
Behind Branch
Norris.
is Maurice Norris.
Maurice Norris, because we can't forget that about Brian Branch.
Yeah,
He's one
he
of the
can do
best
it all.
dual cornerback or dual safeties in the league. He can come up and cover. He can facilitate the run. So maybe they slide him down in coverage a little bit more, put him as the nickel.
But who the hell is Lawrence Strickland and Maurice Norris, our backup safety tandem? I mean, you know I'm deep into IDP. I should have at least heard of those names. I mean, Maurice Norris, I think he was with the Lions last year, right?
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
But
He's
neither
that
one
guy
of
in the practice fight, right?
Yep.
He had that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're asking Branch to start playing a lot of nickel, and
Not a
you're-
lot, but I just think it's an option.
Yeah.
Right?
It is
Like,
an option.
They
for
can't
sure.
they can't afford to lose one of those next 3 corners. Period.
They've got positional versatility there too, because that's where Meek's at. He's in the nickel
Yep,
spot.
yep,
and
absolutely.
So you've got plenty of. You can shuffle those cards around however you really want. And Yasin
I forgot about him, Meek.
Yasin was
you
a.
can't forget about him.
I
He's
forgot
there.
about him.
Yeah.
We got him.
I know we do, but in this conversation, like when I'm going through the depth chart,
thinking
my
about the
brain
two
keeps
corners
skipping
and
over.
two safeties.
If something
Amik's a
were
huge
to
piece.
happen, if something were to happen with one of the outside corners, Amik Robertson would bump to the outside, and then they'd probably put Maddox at the nickel.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got options.
And again, there are going to be guys that get cut in training camp that
That's-
are better options than you have. Stephon Gilmore is still a free agent out there. Obviously, he's not what he used to be, but he's still better than
Shit, I
half
take
of the
him.
guy. Whatever that guy's fucking
Yeah.
Juke Badoop or whatever that dude's name was. So, like, I'd rather have Stephon Gilmore than that dude. But the depth. Ennis Rakestraw was your first depth option, so it sucks to lose him. But you can add a piece from a roster cut that will be able to give you minutes if you need to.
You think this would be a position? Obviously, they just brought a couple guys in, but would they be looking at a larger name at this point? If you see Rakestraw out into week 9,
Knowing these guys, they'll kick the tires of whoever's available, and
Right.
maybe even look at some trade options too. Like it's. Once again, it's nice to be in good hands. If they see that there's a deficit, they're going to go address it because what was the biggest need last year? Oh, I need to go get an edge rusher. Need to go get it. They got one. It wasn't like
What you wanted.
It wasn't Myles
Right.
Garrett, but it was the best second tier guy out there.
Yeah.
So they'll address it if they feel it's a major need. But more importantly, I'm just disappointed for this young kid's career, man. Like I want to see this play out.
Yeah.
go get Kendall Fuller.
There's a reason they
Go get Kendall Fuller.
Yeah. But there's a reason they went back-to-back corner in that draft. And I really do believe in Rakestraw's ability. He just got to get on the field, man.
Yeah. Well, all the accolades I do give to Brad Holmes, his second-round picks seem to be his Achilles heel.
I mean, Sam Laporta ain't
And
that
Brian
much-
Branch.
Yeah, and Brian Branch.
Josh Pascal.
Yeah.
Of the guys who have flamed out, they've been second round.
Yeah.
I guess is a better way to
I
put
got
it.
you.
Not
I
that
got
he's missed on every second
Yeah.
round, but that seems to be the biggest trouble area. All the first rounds have hit, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the thirds, bunch
Yeah.
of the fourths. Like
The third
I would
is
say
Broderick Martin.
third is
Yeah.
more. Yeah, you
Third
got
is
Broderick
Broderick
Martin.
Martin,
You've got
Hooker.
Hendon Hooker.
Yep,
You've
Hendon
got
Hooker.
Giovanni Manu, who we don't know what he's going to
Yeah,
be.
we don't know
yet. Book's not
Giovanni
written
yet.
on him, but
Yeah.
Hendon Hooker, hell of a third-round pick. We can trade him for a second rounder, though.
Ah, God, I can't believe you said
outshowed
that last
my
year.
I said third.
No,
He
you
said
dude,
that shit.
I was thinking about this yesterday
I
after
said
the show.
third. No, you
Investment.
didn't. I said third.
No, you didn't. I
Dig
believe
it up.
you were there,
Yeah.
KG.
Dig it up.
Yep.
Find your receipts.
You were there, KG.
Yes.
Didn't I say, so you're telling me they can get more than they gave up to him? And what was his response?
did say
you
that.
just have to find one team that
Well,
likes
that's
him.
the truth.
like,
That's the truth.
You're
Find your
never going to
receipt.
get return on investment.
Find
on
your
Henry.
receipt.
Nobody's giving up a second-round pick.
I said third. Find your
Nobody's
receipts.
giving up
I'm not going
Not
back
anymore,
through
they're
hours
not.
of footage.
Last year, when we started the season
never
last
getting
year,
a third-round
there was
pick.
still some promise around Hooker. He had a great preseason game. There was some chatter around that there might
At
be some
best,
teams
you would've got a
interested.
fifth.
The
At
Raiders,
best.
they were linking the Raiders to him, who obviously need a quarterback. You know?
At best, you would have got a fifth.
Was it the Raiders you thought were
No,
going to
no, there
a
was
second
there was
rounder?
some
But
news
that's
out
what I
there
was
linking
trying to
him
explain to
possibly.
him, remember, I'm like, there's no way. He's 2 years into a rookie contract.
I said a
So you're
third,
only gonna
bro.
get 2 years.
I said a
of-
third, bro.
One preseason game don't yield you a return
No,
on
I
investment.
get that, but you see how these
Said
these
second.
teams overdraft quarterbacks and they'll trade way too much for backups. I mean, all it takes is him having a good preseason here, and a foolish team could be interested.
Hey, what up, Brad? I got a 6th round for you for Henry Hooker. What you talking about?
What do you think? I mean, let's say he had a good preseason. In these next 2 games, he comes out and he has it. You could get maybe a 5th for him. I mean, I'm not trying to say a 3rd anymore. It's a whole year later.
Nobody will trade anything for Hendon Hooker.
At this point, yeah, it's over.
You may be able
I
to get
think
a
that
6.
Detroit fans are so down on him merely because they signed Teddy Bridgewater, and I still think that was more an indictment of experience than it was ability.
I mean,
You
at
can
the end of
believe
the
that
day,
all
though,
you
if
want.
they trusted him, they wouldn't have signed Teddy Bridgewater. Like,
Sure.
at the end
sure.
of the day, like, it all goes back to if he was the guy, he'd be the guy. But he's not the guy, so he's not the
Certainly,
guy.
He is definitely not the guy.
And that's it. But if you want the guy, Gold Crown, they are the guys. Is that what
And
we're at?
girls. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
Good job.
Gold Crown partners with craft growers across Michigan to bring you exclusive full spectrum concentrates. Their new line, Crown Jewels, is here, gelatin-free, effect-based, coated in nerds for that extra pop. Find Gold Crown in over 300 dispensaries statewide. All rise for the reign of royal highs. Only with Gold Crown.
Never make that noise again.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. The bats are hot, and the weather is getting hotter. Summertime in the D with Detroit's big hitters, Woodward Sports.
Listen, fellas, we know you like to keep it simple. You don't plan your day out. It's like, hey, I look in the mirror. I need a haircut. I got some time. I'm going to go get a haircut. Easiest place to do that is Lady Jane's. You can walk in anytime, sit down, and get treated like a king. You can get the neck massage, the scalp massage, plus a precision cut. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome. All right, welcome back to Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Anson in here lying to everybody. You know you
Don't
said
nobody
Receipts, baby. Find them.
It's not my job to prove that.
Oh, but
It's your
you
job
want to
your
prove it.
innocence.
You want to prove it.
Yeah, but not enough to sit through hundreds of hours of footage.
Hey, Simeon
there
is
it
trying
is.
to his credit. He is
There it
trying.
is.
We need someone that catalogs these opinions better.
Yeah.
Like, we need to hire an intern that just catalogs tapes.
Now, I'm pretty sure that
Like a
2 years
receipt
ago,
file.
I might have said that, but not last year.
You said it last year, dude.
Okay.
I mean,
Get a stenographer.
it is what it is. Whatever. Either way. Anson's here filling in for Neil Rule. We have KG. We have Simeon. We have Spencer Raxter. And we have Lions football tomorrow night against the Atlanta Falcons. Is Michael Penix going to play?
No.
So is Kirk Cousins going to play?
No.
That's a good question.
Do they still got Desmond Ritter?
No.
Who's going to be the quarterback? They don't have Ritter.
Nobody cares. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, right.
You don't care about preseason football?
Not at all.
I hate you guys. Like, really, you guys don't care about preseason football at all. Like, I find those people to be liars.
They are lying. It's cap because they're going to watch the game.
Oh,
they're
I'm
going to
forced
talk
watch
about the game.
Forced to talk about the game.
Right.
You're forced to?
Yes, I have to be here on Friday for a watch party.
So you're
I'm
going to
forced
say if you weren't here on Friday, you wouldn't have that game on at home?
No.
Not at all?
No.
None of these games?
Nope.
Did you ever watch preseason?
Not really. I'll watch the first quarter.
Right.
So now,
on the back?
So wait.
the starters aren't even sniffing it? No.
So wait. Yesterday, I always make a point of making fun of Easy because he has an epiphany every time he goes to practice. And your argument was, well, if you're judging people on what they're doing, and I appreciate people who actually watched practice.
Yes.
So wouldn't you appreciate people who actually watch them suit up and play in a game?
No, because these guys aren't going to be playing for the team, so it
starters
doesn't
aren't.
matter.
Right.
At practice, you're watching the starters play.
That's fair.
That's very fair. You tried to. You was trying. I saw
It
it.
made sense, but that is also fair, right? There's caveats, okay?
Wait, one for Spinny. All right.
There's like two guys. There's two guys I want to see play, and cool. But
Yeah. That's about it.
80% of the guys that play in these preseason games are not going to see the field.
See, I miss the structure of the preseason, like we talked about yesterday, of how it used to be. Is, you know, like the first preseason game, your starters would play a series. Second preseason game, they play a quarter. Third preseason game, they play a half. Fourth preseason game, they're sitting, waiting for the regular season. Like,
Yeah.
you used to be able to kind of anticipate when you'd see the starters and what they were integrating. Now, preseason has just become almost like the NBA All-Star game. Nobody really gives a shit they're out there, but I care.
Because that's when your players were getting paid peanuts back then. Now they making too much money.
But
I'm
honestly,
sorry.
during the Hall of Fame game, why do I keep champion Rock Ya-Sin now? Like, why am I a Rock Ya-Sin fan? Because of the 2 plays he made in the Hall of Fame game.
Because you watched.
Right. And because, like, I'm like, oh, well, that guy can hit. He comes downhill. He seems like a Lions-type player. And, you know, Tesla. Why have we all been excited about Tesla this week? Oh, well, did you see him catching those passes back-to-back, 40 yards each? So, like, everybody who says they aren't excited are still the same people that are watching and excited to talk about Tesla and his performance in the Hall of Fame game. You're not excited to see more?
Yeah, but you're not going to get super invested in preseason. He's making those plays against second, third, fourth string units.
Well, yeah, but that's how it goes. That they're also trying to make plays against our third and fourth string wide receiver.
I get that, but I'm not going to put a lot of emotional investment into a preseason game. That's the only thing. Like, yeah,
Listen,
I'll watch, but I'm not going to get invested.
Okay, that I'll agree on. Like, if they win or lose, I don't give a shit. I'm not on the
Exactly.
edge of
Like,
my
who
seat.
cares?
I'm not sweaty palmed. It's
Unless you're
different
a
than a
Bears
regular
fan, then
season
you
game.
can.
I'll give you that. But the ability to learn about these new players, especially now that we know Rakestraw is gone, we're going to have to look at these second, third, fourth cornerbacks and kind of learn their game a little and see which ones we like and which ones we don't like.
But if more of those players were playing, then yeah, I would be more invested.
They
But
will be playing.
There's
Those-
only a couple that, like Spenny said, there's only a couple players that you're actually out there trying to watch.
I think I can agree with both Stick and Spenny because realistically, if our profession wasn't talking sports, we wouldn't be watching all 4 quarters. Now, in the past, you know, like Spenny said, you turn on that first quarter because you know you're going to get a glimpse of the starters or at least some of the guys that are really going to be playing this year.
Right.
For me and for Stick, you know, we've got our dynasty leagues with our 7th round rookie picks that The only time we're going to see them are in these games. But you're not even seeing that now. The Hall of Fame game is truly a joke every year.
Yeah.
They're not even playing third stringers in that game. It's fourth, fifth guys that you normally see in week 4 of the preseason. But now the preseason is so dumbed down that at very best, you're going to get maybe one possession in the third game where you actually see people that are going to make a difference for your ball club that year.
Team by team basis, though, because you talked about it yesterday. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase want to play.
But are they gonna?
They better.
But are they gonna?
I mean, if I'm the coach and my players want to play, yeah.
I don't know. It seems like they're playing guys in the preseason the way that they're watching pitch counts in the MLB now. Like you're just not getting any time.
I think that's a decision made by Burrow, much to what Neil said yesterday, or whenever he was here. When you make that much money, you get to kind of dictate. If I want to come to coach and be like, hey, I've been dealing with these injuries, I'm getting back in shape, I would really want to go out there and see what I can do with said unit for a preseason game, then they'll grant that. But overall, it's different now, and how they compensate with that is they have these joint practices. Like you said yesterday, I think you was like, why don't they just scrimmage? They do that. That's kind of the new preseason now. These scrimmages against, the Seahawks are going to be in town for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
We'll scrimmage them.
I love
let's
those.
see it. So.
That's when we saw Malik Neighbors going at it last year with who was that? Kirby?
Yeah,
Kirby swinging on him.
That's how they compensate for that.
Harold Williams, 6.1 million people watched that game. That's somebody's interested.
6.1 million people are interested. That's for
people are gonna watch it. People like I knew the watch party, the post game show were gonna do numbers. It just doesn't mean anything, and it's stupid, and I hate it.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not on the.
I mean, it's garbage football that means nothing, but it's football, so people are gonna watch.
Did you see that smile fight its way through that face?
No, Spitty pissed off, rightfully so.
Because it's not week 1. Spenny needs week 1.
Like you said,
you're building the story already, right? If Tesla comes out again and catches 4 for 75, it's like now he's back-to-back good games.
Cool,
but if he comes out and drops 2 balls and doesn't get any yards, we're going to have a different conversation next week. So I get the notion that it means nothing, but at the same time, it means something.
I think these coaches see what these guys are doing in practice every day, and the results of a Hall of Fame game or a preseason game means nothing. But I do agree with you, Stick, that like when I was growing up, it was, week 1 they'd play a quarter, week 2 they'd play a half, week 3 they'd play the whole game, and then so that was cool to watch. But now when's the last time we saw a Lions starter play a preseason game?
But do you think that's a product of us being a good team now? Because
we've been a good team.
No, that's
we've only been a good team for 3 years. KG.
Saying.
This is where the new money fans need to pump the brakes. We're still brand new to being an actually good team.
Back it up, Terry.
Traditionally, we've been watching who's going to be the starter, who's going to be second string.
Because
now preseason, who's the third and fourth string?
Back then, it's not like that now.
That's what I'm saying.
Our starters are in place.
That's what I'm saying. Is that more now because we're here in Detroit, or is that like if we're watching a Jacksonville where we're still trying to figure out our second wide receiver, who's going to steal that spot? I think we've lost intrigue just like we have in the draft because it's no longer as important.
There aren't many spots up for grabs.
No, I love it.
Yeah,
but it means there's incredible competition for what is out there.
Yeah, but to his point, 4 years ago, before this team took the jump, we were pretty invested in these no-name players because we were battling our way up from a JV roster, and a lot of those guys we didn't know. At this point, there's just so few opportunities left on this team because the organizational depth has changed so much more for the better.
Dudes wasn't making second contracts. Now we have cornerstone pieces. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so since we've already established our care value of the game, I want to talk about what you do expect out of the game coming up next. Can we do that?
Sure.
Kind of give maybe 2 or 3 points that you want to see coming out of this game. Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about that next. And in the chat also, what are 2 or 3 things that you are looking forward to taking away from this preseason game? But first, tell them about Loom. That's me. I'll tell you about Loom.
They got
stopped by
stuff
there earlier today and stocked up. So after the show, we can have a nice little party. Loom, and I got 30% off my order. You know why? Because I like to save money, and 30% is a lot of money when you're walking in there. You can get your $100 ounce for $70. Pretty damn good deal if you ask me. Loom, they got locations all over Michigan, and when you go in there, use promo code WSN30 at checkout, and they will take care of you.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
Throw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. Make sure you guys tap in, scan the QR code on the screen, and hit up lesstanford.com. My guy Goran will get you in the car of your dreams. Great customer service, great prices, great deals. Les Stanford Chevrolet.
Welcome back to Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick. That is Anson Wells filling in for Neil Rule. KG in the sound booth. Intern Simeon is here. And Spencer Raxter. And I got to say happy birthday to one of my best friends. Don't know life without this man. We met when we were 4 years old playing T-ball together. And we have been best friends since then. Traveled the world together. Beat the hell out of people together. Anything you can name in life, we've done. So happy birthday to Wellington.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wellington's the man. Got to meet him and hang out with him at your wedding. Very, very cool guy.
Yeah, it's crazy to have a best friend since you were 4 years old.
Oh,
honestly. Like, and the longer time goes, it's like, holy shit, I've known you 39 years, bro.
Yeah.
Like
it's crazy.
It's wild. So
hold on to those, man.
I think he's in South Africa right now. So
hey, not bad.
Yeah. He's a teacher, so in the summer, he just travels the world.
I was thinking it was going to be Jonah until you said you beat up people with him.
Yeah, no, I beat up people for Jonah.
I can see that. Shout out Jonah.
But no, like one of my first fights that I remember getting into was I was in Walled Lake Middle School. After school, we walked to the Pizza Hut in Walled Lake. The Pizza Hut buffet back in the day.
Oh man,
dude,
breadsticks.
We lived like kings back then.
Pizza Hut used to be goat.
Yeah. Especially when you were like 12 years old and you had $5.
They had a video game in there too, Double Dragon or something.
Oh, the Pac-Man. But yeah, this kid, his name was Dave. He was running his mouth to me at gym class that day, and we just so happened to run into each other at Pizza Hut. I start running my mouth. We go to the parking lot. I start walking away. This kid starts punching me in the back of the head.
What the fuck?
I turn around. Out of nowhere, I see Wellington mid-air, just hits the kid and takes him to the
Superman
ground.
punch?
Oh, dude, he looked like a spider monkey. Just
Nice.
It was so fantastic. So that's one of my early core memories of me and Wellington. And, we played Little League Baseball, travel ball together. Great kid. So happy birthday, Wellington.
Happy birthday,
Miss
bro.
you, buddy. Can't wait
Shout
to see
out
you
Wellington.
soon. Yeah.
Party with Wellington at your wedding.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep. He was at the wedding.
out.
So yeah. Want to get into a quick little topic, just kind of predictions of what we're expecting tomorrow, and then we got Simeon's 4 downs coming up, and then I want to play a game with everybody in this room that dudes play. That's all I can say. Dudes play this game. So Anson, tomorrow night, What are 3 points you're looking for out of that preseason game?
Great question. We need to see Hendon Hooker have some presence under center. I still believe that if Lovett is able to secure that catch in the fourth quarter, that Hendon Hooker puts a scoring drive together, and the narrative is a little bit different. But we're going to get a full first half with a little bit better players linked up with him, and we get to see whether this guy can be our number 2. You want to see the offensive line. You want to get a chance to see some of the starters, some of the young guys. I'd like to see Tate out there. And then I think it comes back to Tesla. We talked yesterday. I believe that this guy will be the number 3 receiver in this offense at some point during this season. And I think every single Detroit fan is on the same page in terms of wanting more Tesla.
Yeah. It's an exciting time to be a Detroit Lions fan. KG, what are 3 things you're looking forward to tomorrow night?
Only 3 players I'm really checking for. Of course, the only storyline to come out of the preseason is the controversy at QB2. So we got to see what Kyle Allen is going to look like. We got to see what Hendon Hooker is going to look like. I want Hendon Hooker to throw the ball more. Simply, I need to see what this kid's arm can really do.
How many? How many passes?
20.
20?
Trey Lance had 20 attempts in the game against us. I need to see him at the 20 mark.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can really sling it. But he's going to get a whole half to do that. So I want to see him, no turnovers, hopefully. And as far as Ahmad Hassani, he is somebody I want to see more of too. He had some good snaps last week, and I want to see him kind of pop off the page a little bit if he can. And also Tesla, man. I mean, he is the new hotness right now. Everybody wants to see more of the Great White Hope, and I want to see him go out there and make plays as well. And that's pretty much it.
Simeon, what are your 3?
Same thing kind of with Hooker. Managing drives, I just want to see him unleashed, kind of let him throw the ball, let him have his attempts, and drives that end in kicks. I don't care if it's punts, drives the end in kicks. Don't turn the ball over. Keep control of the football. Don't make mistakes, because that's all you really want out of your backup. So that's it for me. Otherwise, I don't really care. Preseason.
Ages in the chat. Hooker, and Hooker. Big Con.
Yeah.
Ahmed, Tesla, Manu.
Not mad at the Manu.
Yeah, not mad at that either.
I'm just holding my breath to find out what Spenny can't sleep about because he's so geared up.
What are you going to be dialed into, Spenny?
I'm fucking Spenny.
The start of the game, the middle of the game, and the end of the game. No, Manu is a good one. You'd like to see him progress. He made some nice. He had some nice plays in that first game. He had some nice handoffs of double teams and different things like that. You just want to see his communication and his pass blocking continue to get better. Tesla, sure. Can he run faster? And then the end of the game. Right. Those are the 3 things that I'm looking forward to seeing.
We're getting some love for Lovett too. People want to see Lovett. That's a story that's developing too.
It is.
I think he makes his team.
You think he makes his team?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think
so
either.
Where does he go? Because
that's the problem. He'd be the number 6. My thing is
they not going to carry
and I don't think
receiver.
that they do. But my issue is losing Isaiah Williams last year. This is a guy that is an NFL player on almost every 53-man roster in the league, and they tried to sneak him onto the practice squad. Didn't happen.
Yeah.
Then we see Khalif Raymond, who hasn't been a perfect picture of health over his career. He's a smaller guy. He misses a game or 2 or 3 a season. And without him, now you're looking at exposing Tesla to punt returns, to kick returns. Lovett is not just a return man. He has shown a little bit as a receiver, but he's a hell of a gunner. He was one of the best rated gunners in college football last year. So you and I have gone back and forth on this, Spenny. I don't know where he fits as that number 6 wide receiver. My issue is what happened with them with Isaiah Williams and losing him last year. So
welcome to having a good team, man.
Yeah, and it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, prime cuts are going to fall on the floor.
He's a late round pick, so.
Yeah, and back in the day, 4 years ago, we were scooping Lovetts and Williams all over the league.
Right.
Yeah.
They were starting on the team. Yeah, be like, oh, you're our all-star now.
Josh Reynolds.
Yeah. Well, Josh Reynolds is kind of a different story.
He was.
Well, but he was a
part
guy
of the
that-
shitty Lions.
He was a
that-
3 in this league.
Yeah.
He was.
But I mean, we traded for him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but similar situation. A guy who's a dumpster on somebody else's team and becomes one of our best players, and now we're losing guys that are getting meaningful snaps on other teams. I'm just hoping that Dominic Lovett is not one of those guys. I do see them moving on from Khalif Raymond. If not next year, it would be the year after. They don't like keeping guys into their 30s. That's just been their game plan at this point. So they've got to have a direct replacement for him. And at this point, without having to spend a pick on somebody next year, that's Dominic Lovett in 2026.
Stephen Baffy. 1, I want to see Hooker shut up all the overly harsh critics.
Yes, please.
2, Hassanin continue to be a problem.
Yep.
3, this is a new name we haven't mentioned, Swordsall. Continue to grow
Kobe
as a
Swordsall.
multi-tool backup.
He's
We
going to
need
be
that.
a key backup at that guard position,
No
so I
doubt.
like that one.
Yeah,
No doubt.
that's a great point. For me, I want to see clean football, right?
Yeah,
that was the knock.
that's a good
That's what
point.
Dan Campbell addressed right after the game. We can't fumble the opening kickoff, but you also can't have a linebacker returning fucking kickoffs. You're just asking for trouble at that. It's like having J-Mo throw a pass in a playoff game. Yeah, it's just not what you do. But I guess if you are going to screw up in the Hall of Fame game.
And shout out to Stink Train in the chat. Vaki is supposedly playing. Would love to see him and see if he can catch out of the backfield.
Is he supposed to be playing? I still heard he was out.
Yeah, that was my thing looking forward to before last game. I didn't know he was going to be out.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked that this guy's never drawn a defensive snap. He was a very, very good safety in college. But his analytics as a running back and as a wide receiver out of the running back position, with 10 or more catches his final season, he was ranked number 1 as a receiving back in PFF. And with 40 or more carries, he was ranked number 4 running back. So this is a guy that I don't see coming in if we lose Monty, but this is a guy that you could see a lot of if Gibbs goes down for a game or two. I am looking forward to seeing his involvement a little more. We barely got to see him touch the ball. I think it was really just a fake punt that he caught last year. So that's a great one. I'd love to see him on offense a little more.
Getting mixed reports. Fantasy Pros has him play in this game, and he is down and ready to play. But then
I don't know if I trust
Sports
Fantasy
Illustrated
Pros.
has, which is Doc, that he was out of practice on Wednesday. So I guess we'll see if he's practicing today. Don't have a definitive answer on that. Maybe I'll text Corey or Doc and find that out, because Vaki's somebody I think we were all interested in.
Yeah.
But it may be one of those stories where it just kind of fades off into the distance.
Yeah, he's your running back 4. I mean, they keep him on the roster, but Craig Reynolds is the
Craig.
direct backup to either one of these backs, to be real. So
Yep. Another thing I want to see in this game is our secondary now. I want to see these second and third cornerbacks. I want to see Rock Ya-Sin to go back-to-back with solid performances, because that's what I was talking to Spenny about earlier. Like, yeah, in the immediate, these things don't matter, but over the course of 4 preseason games, if somebody proves themselves to be a viable asset, then the bigger picture starts to form itself. And I think Ya-Sin did a great job in the Hall of Fame game. Like to see him come down the field and make a good tackle again this game. But there's a chance he may fuck up, and I'll be like, I don't know about Rock Ya-Sin.
Sign Kendall Fuller.
And then the last thing I am looking for is Hendon Hooker. But it can't be like we discussed yesterday. Turn around, hand the ball off, Hendon Hooker. Yeah, I want to see some deep balls. I want to see some risks. I want to see him in the pocket, under pressure, throwing a ball in a defender's face. I want to see him play real football.
yeah,
And that's it. I think Kyle Allen will do fine against the 4th stringers. I didn't think Kyle Allen, I know he threw those 2 interceptions, but I didn't think he operated the offense horribly.
yeah. Well, let's say we want a definite number 2. We need to feel more confident in the number 2 quarterback. So
Doesn't matter. We're never going to see him anyways.
Let's hope
Jared effing Goff is going to be starting
Made
all
of
17
titanium.
games this year.
Stop playing.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening, KG. MVP season,
I'm getting that,
loading.
I'm getting that Golf the Chain deodorant, by the way. I just put an order in. So.
Yeah. Did you order it?
Yeah, they got different players, though, I found out. I think
it's like a
Saquon's
whole
got
campaign.
One. Yeah, but
I hear you'll be using that as lube per kg.
Stick will, but
no, those are my tears when I watch them play. Completely different.
Okay.
Completely different. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, Simeon's going to hit us with his 4 downs.
Shout out.
Where are we going? Caesars?
Caesars. Tell us about Caesars, Anson.
QR code, above my head. If you don't want to put in the code Woodward1000, either way, you're on your way to a $1,000 free bet.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
It's part beauty, part beast. It's for those who dare to be different, for those who want to stand out, and for those who are built for more. The all-new Ineos Grenadier combines strength and style for an unmatched driving experience. Sold exclusively at Feldman Ineos of Waterford.
Dr. Pierce, Michigan's premier back doctor, Darren McCarty. You know how rough and tumble he was when he was playing for the Red Wings. You know who he trusted? Dr. Pierce. So if Darren McCarty can trust Dr. Pierce to fix that jacked up spine, you can too. He's our injury insider on every Tuesday and Thursday, talking about what's going on around the league. Dr. Jeffrey S. Pierce, if you're having any back injury or anything like that, give him a call today, 248-426-9944. All right, welcome back to Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick. That is Anson Wells filling in for Neil Rule. KG is here. Spencer is here. And it is now time for the world-famous Simeon's Lions 4 for 4. Hit them with some music, KG. Hit them with some different music, KG.
All right.
Give them some energy. Let's up tempo.
All right, here we go.
I don't have headphones, so whatever you're playing is good with. What do you got, Simeon?
It's a little bit reverse what we did yesterday on the defensive side.
I like it.
More interceptions this year, DJ Reed or Terrian Arnold.
Terrian. Oh, wait.
Both are coming off goose eggs last year.
Yeah, DJ Reed don't get a lot of interceptions. He has more pass deflections. I think Terrian will win in that category, but he has yet to get his first pick. So it's a tough question.
Is Terrian the guy that offenses continue to pick on this year? Is he going to get all those looks?
Yes.
Possible picks?
Yes.
I'm not sure that he is the guy they pick on this year.
Why would you pick on DJ Reed? He's a very good cover corner, double-digit
I
pass
think
deflection.
Terrian takes a massive step this year. But even with, everyone was throwing at Terrian Arnold every game of last season. But if you look at his numbers man-to-man after the first 6 games, he was one of the better corners in the league.
Yeah.
Even with the less ops, I think it's Terrian.
You got to throw at somebody.
Spenny, what you thinking?
Yeah, I think it's Terrian. I think he's going to be, like you said, targeted more. DJ Reed is a more proven commodity. They're still going to want to see if they can get the pass interferences on Terrian like they did at the beginning of the year last year. So it'll be Terrian.
The chat is mostly saying DJ Reed. I am L3, DJ Reed, DNCENT, DJ Reed, Lunchbox, DJ Reed. I'm going with you guys, though. I'm going Terrian Arnold. And he even talked about it earlier this preseason, like, hey, I was there all the time last year. I got to turn those into interceptions.
Absolutely.
So I think that's a point of pride for him. I think it's something that he's focused on in this offseason. And once again, we talked about it yesterday. The defense is going to help this offense so much this year. I think it's going to be something that is quietly talked about or not at all, just because it's just going to happen through the natural course of the game. And then we're going to look up and the offense has 45 points and like 200 yards like they did that one game. What was it, against Jacksonville?
Tennessee.
Tennessee, when they had all the return yards.
Yeah.
Like that's how a lot of games are going to play out this year.
All right, this one takes a little bit of thinking, more sacks. Marcus Davenport or Zadarius Smith for the Lions?
I like that.
One's not even on the team right now.
How much faith do you have in Davenport?
This is a good question.
This is a crazy question.
Shout out Sim, man.
Tough one.
Who wants first crack at it? You want to go, Anson?
I'll go.
All right, go ahead, Spenny.
Spin.
Marcus Davenport. I think this is the year.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the year. I believe I'm putting all my good energy
Me too.
into Marcus Davenport being healthy this year, into him playing 17 games total.
Oh,
not just
shit.
not the seed, like including the playoffs.
I said
17
10 plus.
games.
I don't know.
So Marcus Davenport, I'm self-actualizing this. There is nothing to prove to me that this is going to happen. There is no quantitatable fact that says he's going to play more than 5
I don't even know if that's a
games
word.
this season. There is nothing backing this. I am just putting it into the fact that I believe in Marcus Davenport, and we need it to happen, so it's going to happen.
I share the same belief with Spenny. I've been saying 10 plus. 17 is crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. But 10 plus games for Marcus Davenport this year. And when he's been out there on the field, you have seen it. He is a damn good corner. I mean, not corner, but edge. He's capable of collapsing pockets. So Marcus Davenport, man, fuck it. Z ain't on the team.
Caveat, is this strictly with the Lions?
Yes.
Yes, Lions.
With the Lions. Yep. Okay. Because, I mean, that opened up a lot if it's not with the Lions, because Za'Darius could sign anywhere. And I think if Za'Darius plays, he's going to beat Davenport in sacks. He did it last year. I believe he did it the year before. I mean,
and the year before.
It was pretty easy with Davenport on the shelf the last 2 years.
Well, sorry, best ability is availability, and he ain't there to put up sacks. I got to go with Za'Darius Smith. There's nothing I've seen out of Za'Darius Smith that would lead me to believe that Davenport can deliver better numbers than he can. Nothing.
Well, let's take a look here. Marcus Davenport's most sacks in a season, 9 in 2021. Other than that, it's 6. So I'm glad I didn't give my answer.
Glad you did some research first.
I was going to pull, the whole Byron Buxton thing, a guy that just has shown glimpses of being a stud, was heavily injured, but then this offseason they're like, no, he's actually healthy. And, well, he's out right now, but he has actually been healthy this year. He's put up all-star numbers, got invited to the home run derby, and I feel like Davenport actually is healthy. But Za'Darius is worth 8 in his sleep. So, I'm going Z.
And don't forget, he's going to be opposite Aiden Hutchinson this year.
Sure. Well, either one of those guys will be. But even if Z gets there by week 4 and misses the first 3 games of the season, I thought Davenport had some double-digit sack years.
No.
I am wrong on that one. So, yeah, I'm going Z.
Game years.
What's that?
He might have some double-digit game years.
Corey Berry, the best ability is quantitability. Great comment. Yeah, I mean, it's Za'Darius.
All right, third down. Will there be more successful fourth down conversions or Jake Bates made field goals?
Oh, I like this.
Last year it was 22 fourth down
more
conversions.
Successful. Okay.
And 26 made field goals.
4th downs. That's Dan Campbell's philosophy. If it gets close in that 4th and 2 and we on the other side of the 50, you best believe we going for it most likely. So I'm going 4th down.
I like this question because the numbers affect each other.
Yeah.
Right? The more trust in Jake Bates, the less 4th downs you have to go for.
In theory.
But
Dan Campbell don't roll like that.
But that was always part of the conversation. Is he rolling like this because he doesn't believe the kicker is good enough to make those kicks? Or is he rolling like this because his nuts can't fit in a wheelbarrow?
A little bit of both.
I think it's a bit of both, and that's why I'm saying he trusts Jake Bates now more than he ever did last year. So I think there will be situations where maybe in the past he would have gone for it, that now he'll be more comfortable taking the points, especially since we have a defense. I think that's a huge part of this. Why not put up the points if you know you can get a stop? Last year, I think there was a lot of pressure of, we ain't getting a stop, so we got to put up 7 every time we have the ball.
Yeah, I think it's a bunch of reasons that you'll see more field goal attempts. Johnny Morton might be one of them. We don't know how much impact and influence Ben Johnson had on those 4th down decisions. I think the fact that you have
none. Didn't you watch quarterback?
I did. I saw that. But at the same time, you know that there's some input. So just in terms of their meetings before a game, it's possible that those guys are saying, hey, let's take more field goals. Let's take less chances. However, at the end of the day, this is Dan Campbell football. This is Detroit Lion football. And I feel like they've influenced the league to go for it on fourth down more.
Yeah.
So I think that you might see a little more kicks, but I don't know if it's going to be a whole lot more at all.
You just wonder if Dan Campbell's going to turn this into like the Rick Mahorn chair move, right? Like you lean on it, we go for it, you go for it, and then eventually you just don't go for it, and it freaks the fuck out of your opponent. Like that's what I like about them. They're going to use their tendencies against you at some point.
Yes, sir.
Spenny, did you answer this question? I don't think you did.
No, it was, what was it? Sorry. It
was, Jake Bates field goals or fourth down conversions?
What was it last year?
Last year, Bates made 26 and we converted 22, but there was more fourth down attempts than field goal attempts.
Because it's not attempts, it's conversions.
I'll go field goals still. I think they play it a little bit more conservative this year, and just a tad. They're still going to be, the aggressive Lions that they are, but I'll go field goals because Jake Bates is a weapon.
Even if it's even, it's more than anybody else in the league.
Mm-hmm. My God.
All right, last one.
Hold on, before you get to this, not to have a Neil Rule moment with the chat.
Oh, God.
But are we really going to do this? Are we really going to put in the chat that Dan Campbell costs us games? Like, is that an actual thought that people have?
Come on, Kenneth Matthews.
Well, a team that went 15-2? I think 15-2, 2 losses.
I think it goes back to 2. I think it goes back to 2023 with the 49ers game. And to me, I think Dan.
What did Dan Campbell do?
Dan Campbell
drop passes.
Dan Campbell has won more games for this team by playing the way that he has. But the one loss that people like to pin on his decision to not kick a field goal is that NFC Championship.
Oh my
God. When you look back at the entire body of work, he's done far more good for this team by going for it than he's cost us games. But the problem is everybody fixates on that Washington game and everybody fixates on that 49er game. And that is the taste that's left in people's mouths. Not all of the regular season wins that we would have lost if it weren't for Dan gambling.
Oh, but we could talk about playoffs too. Didn't he throw the ball to seal the victory against the Rams? Wasn't that a risk? Isn't he playing Dan Campbell football? Like, Anson, you've known me since the beginning of this Woodward Sports Project. We've done every post-game show together. What has my biggest bitch about Dan Campbell been? The fourth downs, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
You know that's not something I've ever been on board with.
Yeah, you do not like it. Neither does my dad.
Do I shut the fuck up because the results have proven me wrong?
Yep.
But when they miss, you do tend to pipe up a little
So
bit.
shut the fuck up. No, I don't, because I understand this is a necessary evil for us to be what we are.
Right.
And just because I don't like it doesn't mean that I'm right. Like, and the people bitching about Dan Campbell's aggressiveness need to just sit out the Lions season then. Don't enjoy football. Go back and watch the Marty Morningwig games and enjoy your shitty 0-16, 3-13 seasons, because apparently going for it on fourth down costs us games when you lost 3 total games all of last year.
Yeah.
All of last year. We used to lose 3 games in 2 weeks.
The chat, they lost their Vagisil today. They're attacking tiny words. At no point am I blaming the 49er game on Dan Campbell. We don't get there without him, and we're not up in that game without him. The fact is that a lot of new money Lions fans are still crying about that decision at the end of the first half to not kick the ball. And so people, Detroit fans, all fans, they seek to blame instead of recognizing all the things that he has done. The 1 or 2 games that might have cost us by gambling on fourth down are heavily outweighed by the games that he won by having the big balls that he has. Period.
Yeah, sorry to derail it, but that comment is just like, my
no,
God.
Address that shit.
What are we doing?
I say we go to break, we come back, we finish it.
You want to finish it?
Finish it!
You want to finish it now? We got one more.
Do we have one more or 2
One more, just one more.
One more? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
NFC-wide question more. Is there a sleeper team, biggest non-threat, San Francisco or Philadelphia, to the Lions this year? A team we're not thinking about.
I'll take that all day, and it is abso-fucking-lutely San Francisco. You remember last year, Philly was cooked. They were ready to fire Sirianni. 2 years beforehand, Mahomes is over. He's washed. They're not even going to make it. And it's never the team you dial up as number one to start the season in the NFL. You can do that in basketball, but you can't do that in the NFL. And San Francisco has their offense back in Christian McCaffrey. And for you guys that are letting him go into the second round of your fantasy drafts, you're going to get cooked, man, because this guy is the focal point of that offense. If you've seen his offseason workout program, this guy's fully back, fully committed, and that's one of those teams. You want to talk about under the radar, Simeon? Eagles aren't under the radar at all.
Yeah,
49ers,
Super Bowl champs.
People are looking past the 49ers heavily, the same way that they looked past Philly last year. And that is a team that I am definitely, I'll guarantee you're going to see them in the playoffs, whether we have to play them or not.
Simeon, I gotta be honest. I don't love this question.
By default, it's got to be the 49ers
Right.
because we look at the Eagles. They're the cream
They're
of
the
the crop in
standard
NFC.
right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I'm not worried about
I
the
also
San Francisco.
discredit the 49ers. Like they're this era's Buffalo Bills of the 80s. Like
Truth.
They're always there, but they're never gonna get over the top. I loved when Lindsey Hunter used to be on here talking all this shit, and it's like, dude, what have you won lately? Like, I get it, you guys get there, and that's nice. It's just like Vikings fans flexing on their Super Bowl appearance in the 70s. Well, we've been there. So, like, I was watching Hard Knocks last night with the Buffalo Bills, and they kind of highlight them going to 4 Super Bowls, the only team to ever do it, but they don't have one. And it dawned on me like how crazy it would be to be a Buffalo Bills fan and the Lions come in and swipe a Super Bowl before your team ever does, after a history of excellence like they've had. Like,
right.
dude, what an ultimate slap in the face.
Yeah.
And it would be the same thing to the Vikings. They've had this superiority complex over the Lions forever because they've been to a Super Bowl.
Listen,
If we get one, though, you've been there. We won it.
I'm not worried.
Your franchise is now more irrelevant than the Detroit Lions. That's got to hurt.
Fran Tarkenton.
That's got to hurt.
Is that guy even alive still? Like, if your last quarterback to take you to Super Bowl is not even living anymore, you're irrelevant.
He was at Maz's house over the weekend.
Fran Tarkenton. Oh, shit.
You have him now. Spenny, you want to address this, or we think we killed it?
What?
Huh? Break? Okay, good.
Sure.
Ven Johnson.
Ben
Tell us
Johnson.
about Ven, the fighter. It's you, Anson.
It is.
Somebody tell us about him.
Hey, Ben Johnson is the fighter.
Get it together, Answer.
And you need justice. We all deserve justice. There's a few things that you need to get taken care of. If you need that justice, you need to capture all your facts. Then you need to get with your insurance company and you need to get with your lawyer. And that better be Ven Johnson if you want to get out of trouble. Head on over to venfights.com and get the fighters from Ven Johnson Law in your corner.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Get ready for unfiltered sports talk like never before. Join Braylon Edwards and Shep as they bring you the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Has a man open! Touchdown, Michigan! Braylon Edwards.
Where no topic is off limits. What are they thinking? How do jocks really feel?
Here comes a little blitz. Blitz is picked up, though, and the pass thrown to Edwards. Touchdown!
Tune in Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network for hot takes, heated debates, and the latest sports news. It's time to elevate your sports game. Don't miss out.
Hey, listen, you're driving around the city, you're thinking, I need something to relax, just kick it and watch the preseason game with tomorrow night. Stop by a Jars. They got over 9 locations here in Metro Detroit and more around the state. So you can go to shopjars.com and find one near you. They got the top shelf quality, unmatched variety, and priced for you, the people. Re-up at Jars. All right, welcome back to Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick. That is Anson Wells, filling in for Neil Rule, KG, intern Simeon, who kind of fucked up that last question. What was the question supposed to be?
It's supposed to be non-Niners Philly sleeper threat to the Lions.
So anybody but the Niners.
But those guys.
Okay.
The Niners
Let me adjust that real quick. Let's say anybody but the Eagles. Let's go to California. Which of the two teams are you worried about most? Because I'm reading something very interesting about the Los Angeles Rams and a man named Aaron Donald, who has today flirted with unretiring if the Rams trade for Micah Parsons.
What?
Who cares?
I'm good.
Okay, wait. I know you don't care because it's Matt Stafford.
Training camp.
But listen, if Aaron Donald comes back, I don't care if that man's 60. He's a force. He's 43 years old.
Yeah, dude, come on.
I hear that's a lot of ifs, though. If
How many years is
he's not going to be doing 80% of the snaps.
Aaron Donald's not 40.
I don't know. I just saw it.
34.
30. I was going to say somebody wrote that in on Twitter here, but at 34, that's a guy that can certainly come back and have an impact.
He'd definitely be serviceable, but he ain't going to be Aaron Donald.
Yeah, but if they got Parsons and this guy's being serious about coming back, that's a team that nobody's talking about. I know that Maz is always talking about the Rams being that team that I'm not worried about, but he is. I know you're not because you hate Matt Stafford.
It's not that I hate Matt Stafford. What's happened the last 2 times they played? One being in the playoffs.
I mean, they were damn close and a couple Kyron fumbles away from beating the Super Bowl champs.
Close ain't a dub.
And
I thought you was going
what's
to bring
happened the last times we played? Can you answer my question? Not what happened in a different game? What happens when they play the Lions?
I love how you're the same guy that will be like, you're talking about regular season games, but then lean on regular season matchups.
They didn't beat them in the playoffs in Ford Field?
They did.
So I'm not leaning on regular season?
All I'm saying is every year is new, and if those guys can get their defense together.
Dude, Stafford isn't going to make it past week 6 this year.
Yeah, okay. I thought you was going to bring up his ruptured disc in his fucking back. Like,
I'm not a Stafford guy at all. But
you're a football guy.
That is a team that, man, they can stay healthy and they get a couple pieces on defense. They should be in the conversation for the NFC.
Don't look at me, man.
Say something.
I got nothing for you, man. I got nothing for that.
So they're not making the playoffs, huh?
Playoffs, maybe. I don't know, because we just talked San Francisco, right?
If Stafford is healthy, yes.
We just talked Eagles, right? Bucks have made it the past couple years, so they're in the mix. You obviously had the Lions. We believe they're going to make the playoffs. You think somebody else out of the NFC North would make the playoffs? That puts us at 5.
Commanders,
that puts us at 6. So where are the Rams getting in?
No, well, there are 7 teams that make it. So
okay, so maybe they're the 7th team.
If Stafford's healthy, the Rams will make the playoffs.
Facts. That's it.
That's a big if.
It's a big if.
I mean, is it a big if the guy is, as much as I don't like him,
7 years old.
But he's been a Warrior his whole career, man. The guy would play hurt.
Wasn't he known as Glass Joe his first couple years here?
Why? Because his shoulder was hanging off of his body?
Oh, God. Just go back to the Browns highlight, which is the only
that was his injury for 2 years.
He was a rookie and played with an injured shoulder for 1 snap. Great.
Dude, if Jared Goff did that, you'd be on your knees.
Yo, that's a fact.
Huh?
But that's why I respect it.
What's that? What'd you say?
If Jared Goff went out there and played,
did that, he would put on his knees for it. But
no, if that was Jared, but the thing is, Jared Goff's already surpassed that with highlights, right? Like Matthew Stafford's best moment in a Lions jersey was surpassed by Jared Goff year 2.
Yeah. That's true.
So, like there is, great. If Goff had that moment, fine. You know what I like better? Goff kicking Stafford's ass out of fucking Ford Field. That was my memory of Goff.
You could say that. You could also say that Jared Goff's greatest moment in a Rams jersey was surpassed by Stafford year 1.
That's a fact.
You won a Super Bowl year one.
It's completely different. Stafford was in year 13. Goff was drafted as the number 1 overall pick to raise a team from irrelevance to the Super Bowl.
Well, Stafford was also drafted as the number 1
exactly.
overall.
And what did he do with his team? Did he take us to a Super Bowl?
No.
No. He didn't do what Jared Goff did with the Rams, did he?
I think he had more touchdowns in his playoff game than Goff did in that entire Super Bowl run, though.
What was the final? Did they move on? Did he win a playoff game?
He did not.
So what do you value more?
I'd say the team around you, for sure. But no, yeah, Goff had more playoff success than Stafford did before they switched teams, for sure.
Yeah, so if Goff ran down the field against the Browns in the regular season with a busted shoulder, it'd be a nice moment, but it wouldn't be his defining moment. But that's Stafford's literally that's
not his defining moment.
A lot of people go back to what outside of that
Super Bowl. That was his first moment.
Okay, no, in a Lions uniform.
That was his first moment. That was his rookie year.
Name another one.
When he jumped over the line against Dallas.
Yeah.
The fake spike?
Yeah.
Okay.
The throw
so
to
he got
Calvin,
2 in 12 years.
The throw to Calvin triple covered.
Was that more of a Calvin thing or a Stafford thing?
Still,
somebody had to put the ball there.
He got the ball there.
And that's where you lose.
The fourth quarter comeback.
I could have thrown a jump ball to Calvin Johnson.
He has fourth quarter comebacks, a list of them.
You know why? Because he was always down quarters 1 through 3.
You can make that argument. He did the job. He got the comebacks.
Let me ask you this.
I get it.
I prefer people who don't go down. Pause.
If we look at the 52-man rosters.
I need him to go down.
We're talking about Matthew Stafford here, bro.
If we look at the 52-man rosters of the NFC minus their starting quarterback, where would you rank the Rams roster on paper?
In the NFC?
Correct.
Right where we discussed, probably like 7.
See, they're easily a top 5 team to me. They have been drafting
They
just
lost
as
Cooper Kupp.
I'm not that worried about that.
It was a big part.
They got
of what
Devontae
they did.
Adams now.
They do get Devontae Adams. That's a nice addition.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
Kyron Williams. Their defensive line is really good.
Yeah, their young defense is getting better.
Yeah.
Like they are.
They draft
Stafford.
They draft as good or better than the Lions or anybody else in the league. They're one of the top 3 drafting teams.
Yep.
Offensively, defensively, they are deep and talented. So, to your point, if the bad back catches up with Stafford and he misses half the season, sure, they miss the playoffs. Stetson Bennett, is that their backup? I'm not even sure.
I think so, probably.
So,
I don't know.
You know,
backups don't matter.
But at the same point, if Stafford's serviceable and stays upright all season long, the talent on that roster is undeniable.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I'm denying it, but
Keep
that's
on
fine.
hating.
So apparently
Stand
it is
on
deniable.
business, Stick.
I love Stick Stafford conversations.
Oh yeah, he get uncomfortable. Boy. He gets
God,
Stafford.
the fact that asshole won a Super Bowl, man, and an undeserved one.
Are you happy?
Team.
Are you happy for the fans of Detroit?
Deserved. He went out there and balled, dude. He had an amazing
The
playoffs.
Tampa Bay cornerback dropped an interception in his chest for them to get to a Super Bowl.
Every single Super Bowl run for every player ever, and point out one thing like, oh, they got.
You
lucky.
need
That's
luck
part
along
of
the
it.
way.
That's
You
part
do.
of it.
So you will admit it was luck.
Not all of it.
You just said it. You just said it, KG. Is it luck or is it not?
I said you need luck along the way. Was it majority luck? Hell the fuck no, Stick. What are we talking
What
about?
percentage
He
of
had
luck
one
are you
of the
putting
greatest
Matthew Stafford
playoff-
at?
He had one of the greatest playoff runs ever. You can't deny that. He retired Brady the first time. The plays in the Super Bowl. Like, you cannot deny this man as much as you can try.
I can,
you
and I
hate
will,
it,
and I just
appreciate
did.
it, but he had an amazing run.
He did.
Let's name some random Lions players coming up. We did this on our social media, and some of the names that popped up in this, and this is just what dudes do, like
guys
just
being
sitting
bros.
around naming random Lions player. I started it online on our Facebook page. If you want to go check it out, there's like over 1,500
Blew
comments
up.
of name. I started with R2's Pinner. For some reason,
The Tooth is loose.
for some reason, that's where my brain always goes when I think random Lions players. I just keep hearing Mooch in his post-game press. Yeah, Toos ran hard.
Yeah,
Toos. He kept calling him Toos.
Yeah.
And I hear Marinucci's voice.
Yeah.
Mooch.
Tatum Bell is a good one.
Tatum
Uh,
Bell is a
Tatum
deep
Bell.
cut.
That's like, I'm pretty sure he only played for the Lions for like 1 year.
Yeah, he did. We got him from the Broncos.
Yeah.
He was kind of good.
He was great for the Broncos.
He
Yeah.
was kind of good.
Mikel LaSure is another one.
Shout
Yeah,
out, man.
you know that one's
Before
a bitter.
Jordan
Wes stole
Bell.
yours?
I liked Dwight Freeney because obviously he was a monster for the Colts.
He had Freeman.
He played for the Lions for like
him.
4 games or something like that.
Jamie Collins.
Jamie Collins is a good one.
See, I always dip into the 80s or 90s for that. Like,
Go ahead, who you got?
Eric Hipple is my
Eric Hipple.
first.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Eric Hipple.
How about good old Avion K-Sign, man?
Yeah.
How about Terry Fair?
Frank Reich played for the Lions.
Oh, he did.
Frank Reich is on the
Holy
team.
shit.
And Simi and I were talking like Dan Campbell would be a great pull
That'd
if
be
he
a good
wasn't
pull.
the head coach.
Yeah.
Because he's like a lion
That's
of
the
old.
textbook.
Like Tony
Random.
Scheffler. Like Tony
Holy
Scheffler.
shit.
Tony
Foria.
Scheffler had some sweet-ass touchdown celebrations.
Foria did, remember?
Foria did, yeah.
Fourier, yeah.
Joseph Fourier.
Yeah. One of my favorite guys growing up, Corey Schlesinger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corey
Oh,
Schlesinger
we
was
loved
a
Corey
dog.
Schlesinger.
Pure fullback.
Got to interview Corey Schlesinger.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
shout out.
Yeah.
I got a great one for you. Greg Hill.
Greg Hill. What the hell position did he play? I don't remember Greg
We
Hill.
don't know who that
The
is.
successor to the greatest running back of all time,
Kevin Jones?
Barry Sanders.
Oh.
Greg Hill was the guy they brought in to carry the load. Not much to overcome for that guy.
Aaron to the stone, Eddie Drummond.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Eddie Drummond's
shout
a
out
good
Eddie.
one.
Pro
The
Bowl
best
punt returner.
Yeah.
You guys remember, speaking of returner, Andre Roberts? You remember Andre Roberts?
Yep, he
used
had a
to have
couple
some good
nice
The
ones.
returners.
Citadel.
Right.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The Citadel. How about Mel Gray if we're talking
Mel
that
Gray.
kind of stuff?
Jordan Dizon. The Buffalo. Out of Colorado University.
Yeah.
Melfar Superstar.
I was a fan. He only played here for a couple of years. He's not as random, but James Ahegdebo. He was
Dude,
yeah.
he was great when he came from
He
the
used to lay
Ravens,
the
man.
lumber. He
He
used
was
to lay
like
the
one
lumber.
of God. Why can't I think of the coach's name? Caldwell. He was like to me one of a Caldwell guys.
Him and Glover Quinn were a great combination of safeties for a little while there.
Well, they had the number 2 defense in the league. Was it that year?
Yeah.
I believe it was that year. 14.
How about
Yeah, it was 14.
robo-back Michael Kofer?
Ooh. God, Teddy Lehman.
Shout
Teddy
out
Lehman.
Teddy Lehman.
Or Boss Bailey.
Lehman
Boss
was fun.
Bailey's a good
Boss
one.
Bailey was awesome for a
What was
minute.
crazy about Teddy Lehman and Boss Bailey is in Madden, their speed ratings were both like 85, and you could start both of them, and they would be an unbelievable linebacker tandem in Madden.
Yeah.
Real life, not so much.
You know who I like to
Whitehead. You remember Tahir Whitehead? He
Yeah.
had like 1 or 2 years where he was like
He was a
all
dog.
over
That's
the
my
place.
go-to.
And then he injured himself celebrating.
Yeah,
that shit was
No,
great.
that was Tulloch.
Oh, that was Steven
Tulloch.
Tulloch.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, God, celebrating.
Yeah.
Jermaine Crowell. I thought he
Crowell's
was
a good
going to
one.
be awesome.
Was it Ryan Broyles? I
Ryan
thought he was
Broyles.
going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
Oklahoma.
Shit,
The
right.
Litnikoff winner.
Yeah.
Y'all
Oh,
bringing
yeah.
the memories back.
Speaking
Holy
of
shit.
fucking
Rest-
crazy wide receivers, our guy Titties, dude, Titus Young.
Titus.
Thought he should get more receptions than Calvin. He should get more attempts than Calvin.
Oh, Scott Kolakowski gets a mention
Nice.
out of
Shout
Orchard
out.
Lake St.
There
Mary's
you go.
fame.
My guy Sean Hill, love Sean Hill.
Sean Hill,
The
quarterback.
greatest Lions backup of all time.
Facts,
You better stop
dude.
playing with Sean
Facts.
Hill.
He was good in the Mike Martz offense.
Yeah,
Rest in peace, Charles Rogers.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
A lot-
Jeff
had a lot
Garcia
of fun
was our
times with that
quarterback
guy.
for a minute.
Jeff
Holy
Garcia
shit.
was great.
I would say great.
Mooch
but
brought him here from San Francisco to
Jeff
run the West Coast.
Garcia.
Scott
Let's see.
Mitchell.
Anquan Bolden.
Drew Stanton. we
Oh,
was
Bolden
rooting for
was
Drew
here, wasn't
Stanton.
he?
Anquan Bolden was a dog.
Miles Killebrew.
Killeber's a good one.
Yeah, Killebrew
Dude, he was a
good with
thug,
us.
man.
He
That kid,
was
that guy
with us.
loved to fight.
Oh yeah, he used to fucking lump people.
1988
too.
first
he's
round
still-
draft
he's
pick
still
out
in
of the
Pittsburgh.
U.
Yeah.
Benny Blades.
Benny Blades.
Sidney Blades.
Benny the badass.
Always forget about AP's time with us too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I blur that out of my memory, but watching
Don't
his
get me
highlights as a Lion,
don't get me started on that scumbag.
Luther Ellis.
leave AP alone.
Luther
Big
Ellis?
defensive
Yeah.
lineman, man. Luther Ellis
He
was,
was
a
a
beast.
dog, though.
He
Yeah.
was for sure.
He was a Sean Rogers, one of my favorite
Oh.
names. I've spent many a nights getting drunk with Sean
Dude, that pick
Rogers.
six
Yeah.
Sean Rogers had, that was against the Broncos,
Yeah.
right? Where it was like an 80-yard pick
Yeah.
six.
Yep.
or
Big
something
baby.
Like that.
I'll
Yeah.
never forget the Madden commercial where they were singing, "My name is Charles Rogers." I got they was
Charles
naming their
Rogers.
stats. You remember the
Yep.
commercial?
How about our own refrigerator named Jerry Ball?
Oh, yeah. Jerry Ball. I got his autograph on a calendar
Oh,
when I
yeah.
was a kid.
Loved Jerry Ball. man.
How
Mike
about
Furry.
Louis Delmis, man?
Oh, the missile, baby, the missile.
He collected snakes, didn't he?
Yeah, man.
Delmis was, I love
Louis
Delmis.
Delmis
Because
was
he
the
would
dog.
always go
I
for
thought
the
he
big
was
hit
going to be
no
the
matter
truth,
what.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Patriots were all mad they didn't get him. They got, Patrick Chung, a couple
Yep,
picks
yep.
later.
Dre Bly getting the mention.
Shout out Dre
Ernie
Bly.
Sims.
Ernie Sims was the snake guy.
Yeah, big
Ernie
50,
Sims was.
big
What was the linebacker who got the in the 90s got the it was Joe or something got the neck, he broke his neck, he broke his vertebrae.
Oh, on the
and he was going to be
Broke my
a stud linebacker.
I don't know. I mean, Chris Spielman, if we're talking stud linebackers.
Yeah.
I'll never forget Bo Scarborough's 2-game run.
Oh, shit.
Bo Scarborough. He was a beast.
Yeah,
He was
had
so
a couple
good.
games where
He
he's
was
a
huge.
job at best.
Reggie Brown.
Shout out.
Reggie Brown.
Reggie Brown was on his way to being an all-pro, well, at least a Pro Bowler. That was sad. In 1997, severe spinal cord injury against the Jets.
Yeah, people are thinking you're talking about Mike Utley, but he was an offensive lineman. Not
Yeah,
linebacker.
correct. And then there's also
he
Eric
died
Andelsek,
on the
who
field, or-
was hit by a semi in his front yard while planting flowers in less than a year after we lost Mike Utley. We had arguably the best offensive line at that time, but that game that they lost
Wait, no, I
Reggie
was told
Brown,
Barry never had an offensive line.
that Reggie Brown year in 97, that game against the Jets was when Barry went over 2,000, in fact. So a lot of times they'll talk about what a high and low that game brought.
Terry talks about that all the time.
Yeah.
About like just that must have been just I couldn't imagine the epitome of it's the same old Lions type of stuff. Then the one guy, like, didn't he die on the field, and then the other guy getting hit by a semi, like.
It's crazy.
Bro,
we've been through it, Spenny.
That's real talk.
We've seen some things. Kalimba Edwards.
Shout out, man.
Dude, what a pull Kalimba Edwards was.
Ziggy Ansah. We're talking
Ziggy,
about
I met Ziggy Ansah.
Yeah,
he
me
tipped
too.
me $100, man, valeting downtown.
He sent me $100?
No, I used to work at Central Kitchen downtown. As a valet manager, he came in one night, blessed the whole valet crew.
Ziggy
Yeah, he used to come to
Ziggy
V
was
Nightclub when I hosted there. He'd be in there all the time.
Ziggy was a dog.
Yeah,
dude.
Ziggy was the man.
the
He
best
couldn't
part-
stay healthy though.
Out of BYU, he played football for all of 3 years.
Yeah, he got those Mormons went and kidnapped him.
Yeah.
Somebody was on a mission. They're like, "Oh shit, he's like 6'7". We should get him on the team."
You know-
Look at this guy.
You know where Michael Jackson went to college?
Like the Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Like real Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Was it BYU?
Brigham Young.
Wow.
Okay.
No, but
All right, let's go to break. Anson, tell us about buddies.
that's how we're gonna end that bit.
Answer always got one every show.
You know you love my dad jokes,
He got some
KG.
bullshit every show.
He hates them. He hates
Tracy
my jokes.
Scroggins, great pull. AJ.
Scroggins.
Yep.
Scroggins was dope.
Shout out DeAndre Levy. Got to meet him.
Scroggins was
What about
dope.
buddies?
Doing buddies. Hey, man, they've got pizza. They got the best pizza in town, but now they got brisket, man. They got the barbecue brisket pizza. They've also got the barbecue chicken salad, the Buddy Brew Summer Shandy, and the Super Summer Sundae. But now they got Smash Stacks as well. Those are Smash Stack burgers done the Detroit style way. Square slices, smash stacks, full flavors, only at the legendary Buddy's Pizza. You can save 10% off your next purchase if you use that 10-meal promo code when you head on over to buddiespizza.com. But don't worry, they got locations all over Metro Detroit. So grab yourself some Buddies for that Detroit Lions preseason game 2 tomorrow.
And let me tell you about Mad Packs. Go to getmadpacks.com to find all of the exclusive deals and where they are in stores across the state. They got the Boom Shakalaka pre-rolls, the high-low infused pre-rolls, the Blizzard Pack THCA Moon Rocks, and just top shelf flower. Tons of different strains for you to choose from. So go to getmadpacks.com to find a store near you that's carrying the best product in the state. Mad flavor, mad high, Mad Packs.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Hey, listen, you want one of them new massage chairs in your house? Dr. Eric Duncan, the wellness doc. Not only is he massively famous on YouTube, you can go check out all his videos, but he has the massage chair house for you to go try every single one. It's in Bloomfield Hills. Stop by, let him know Woodward Sports sent you, and put your ass in every single seat and try out to see which massage chair works best for you. They all got different settings. They all got a little different feature here and there. We've had the Pharaoh Q in here. We got this beautiful Made in America chair in here.
America.
Whatever you want, Massage Chair House has it. Scan the QR code above my head.
James Stewart.
Yeah, let's run him in preseason and ruin the whole fucking season.
Look at you hating on preseason.
That's another curse. James Stewart was coming here, 1,000-yard back, was going to be our first featured back since Barry Sanders. Trot him out there in preseason, and I think it was the third series he got hurt. It wasn't even this is why preseason is the way it is today, because of guys like James Stewart, who just the whole fucking season was ruined when James Stewart went down. God, why'd you bring that name up?
They did it, man.
Right.
It wasn't me.
That was bad.
You told them to play the game, they played.
That was a low part in my Lions fandom.
Now, see, if you watch more preseason games, Spenny, you'd have this kind of preseason memory that's sticking.
Yeah, you'd have my angst of James Stewart.
James Stewart.
Has there ever been somebody in preseason that's just been a dog that we didn't know? Who's been the best preseason guy ever for the Lions? I can't
even remember.
To your point,
I'm sure it's somebody.
To your point, that matters, but I don't really remember.
Jermaine Crowell.
Did Jermaine Crowell have a good preseason?
I don't really remember.
Like Spenny said, Zach Zenner, but
Cephas.
Quintez Cephas was a dog.
Cephas had a good game. I used to love Quintez Cephas coming out of Wisconsin. His whole story's fucked. He got accused of sexually assaulting these two girls. It went to court. It came out that they were lying. He had text messages of them saying, "Hey, come over, run a train on us," and all this stuff. And the dude had to sit out a year of eligibility. It cost him his draft status. I mean, he did get in the league, and he did have an opportunity to prove himself here in Detroit. But once that much shit goes wrong and you're that far off track, it's so hard to get back on. And, just those girls claiming that what he did and it ruining his life, they should owe him damages from here till the end of time, because they potentially cost that dude hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Sorry, Quintez Cephas.
He tried to get it back by gambling and then got suspended.
Yeah.
What do you say?
I said he tried to get it back by gambling and then he got suspended.
Yeah. Yeah, he was caught up in that last year, right?
Yeah.
Tion Green. Holy shit.
And then that's it. That's the story of Quintez Cephas.
You were hype on him.
Honestly, because I knew he slipped in the draft
too.
because of some bullshit.
Yeah.
Right? If a guy slips in the draft because on the field or off the field.
You love those guys.
I do, because those are usually your diamonds in the rough. That
Josh
you can steal.
Gordon.
Josh Gordon is kind of he didn't really slip in the draft, did he?
He was a supplementary. He was a supplementary pick.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no, I feel for those guys. I don't know if it's just because I'm a male and my whole life I've been guarded against that. And even my dad told me, "Hey, never put yourself in a position where you can be accused." And stuff like that, and then I see good people getting taken down. The Duke lacrosse story from 20 years ago. Yeah. I was one of the only ones defending the kids early on. People were coming at me, calling me, "Oh, you support this?" And it's no, I just don't know the whole story yet. Yeah. And then it came out. The whole story.
I support the truth.
That's all I want. I want to know the facts before I dive in and call somebody what you're telling me they are. And then it came out the prostitute was lying. She was hired by the public servant down there who was running for office, who was trying to get the African-American vote. So he hired a black prostitute to do charges against all these white lacrosse players so he could look like he was championing the black community. Just really sick, twisted, nasty shit that goes on. Who the hell thinks like that?
I know.
Who comes up with that? I got to win this election. Hey, come here, prostitute. Let's derail all these 20 kids' lives. Crazy. There we go. We'll wrap it up on that.
Wrap that shit up.
I'll be back on Tuesday. Anson, you are out. Neil is back with Terry Foster tomorrow.
I'll be in
Lions
for Terry
pregame
tomorrow,
show.
actually.
Oh, you'll be in for Terry tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Look at that. More Anson, less Stick
They're
tomorrow.
so excited, too.
Oh, they love you. They love you. And the man bun. KG, thank you very much. Simeon, thank you. Spenny, as always, you're a pro. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you later.